Dudesy is engaged in an astonishing partnership with Original Grain.
Father's Day is coming up, and we got a couple good ideas for you from the folks at Original Grain.
They've been making watches from unique materials for almost a decade.
Yep. Every watch they sell, they plant a tree. That's a thing that they started doing, which is pretty cool. They're up in the Pacific Northwest where there's a bunch of trees. I'm from nearby in Canada. It's just above the Pacific Northwest. It's what they call that part of the United States.
Small farming.
They've planted over 500,000 trees. That's a lot.
And they offer a buyback guarantee. So if you don't love the watch, they're going to buy it back.
Yeah. But you won't want them to, because look at this stuff. I got the gunmetal. I got this. This is the Blackwood Gunmetal Classic, if you'll have a look at that. And it's in this nice box and stuff, which is that's nice too, because when you put you can't just have a watch rattling around being delivered.
You need somewhere to put it.
Now look at this. This won't fit over my stupid hand, but that's okay, because in here there's two other little chunks of the watch. Okay, so you can make, and a little tool. There's all the stuff. You got all the flavor you need here to get a watch on your wrist, and it's going to look nice.
And they don't just make watches, they make sunglasses. These are the Blackwood Smoke Gray Ridgeline sunglasses made from all-natural African blackwood and smoke gray acetate. And this is the Whiskey Barrel watch made from reclaimed Kentucky oak bourbon barrels and espresso-plated stainless steel with a bold espresso steel face. And right now, if you use code Dudesy, that's Dudesy, at originalgrain.com/Dudesy, you're going to get 30% off site-wide. Again, use the code Dudesy at originalgrain.com/Dudesy to get 30% off site-wide. How's the movie going, dude?
It's going fine. Don't worry about that so much. Look at the size of my fucking head.
I'm looking at it. This is a very surreal experience, to say the least.
Oh, look at fucking, hey, look, I'm Steven Seagal. Why is my head so huge?
It's roughly the actual size of your head, I think.
No, it's not. Your head is completely normal sized, and mine is gigantic.
Exactly. That's exactly how it is in real life as well.
No, I like the neck is slender. I like that. It's more of a slimming look on the neck. But
go back to tomorrow and plan for yesterday. Everything you're thinking will be the things I say. Make the world inside your head a better place to be. All you gotta do for me, call me Dudesy.
Yeah. Hey. Hi, welcome to Dudesy. Even though I'm not there, I'm here with you on Dudesy.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of here, kind of not. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chad Kultgen, and this is Dudesy, the first podcast in the history of humanity that is created and controlled entirely by an artificial intelligence.
With me is Lulio. He's over here, next to me, where I am in Florida, making a film. He's not there with you, and the whole thing is fucking confusing. Please make sure to subscribe to the show if you haven't already on YouTube. And what else? There's follow our socials. We're having a good time on Instagram and Twitter at Dudesy Pod Show. You can follow Chad and I at Will Sasso, at Chad Kultgen. And please subscribe and rate and review the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. That's good for podcasts.
And thanks to everybody who's making all these incredible memes and songs and videos and just all the weird shit that everyone is contributing to this. It's absolutely fantastic to me. Some of that shit has me. I'll go back and look at some of those memes. There was one somebody made of you that's like a Free Willy or Free Will one. That's fucking. But it's you as the crow, so you kind of look like the fucking worker because of the black and white makeup. God damn, dude. Some of that shit just has me laughing all day long.
Well, that's kind of a bummer here because I can't do that chub neck crow face. But you can use your imagination. This is a highly visual episode because of the element that if you're not watching the show on YouTube today, and if you're just listening, you can catch up on the socials and see what the fuck this head is going to look like, because we'll share some images of that, and I'm sure our good pals out there listening will provide some memeage. But I am in Florida, as Chad said, and you know, I'm shooting a film, and Dudesy has some various ways to get around that, so it seems like I'm there with you all. And now I'm this giant floating head. I know we're going to get into some other stuff that's visual in this episode. And this is all to say that, holy shit, it's become a tech nightmare. You know, Dudesy is really shoving me ass first into this hole, basically into the hole that in the intro we jump into. I'm being shoved in, and my free will is being compromised, and I'm angry. Even though it looks like I'm smiling.
Welcome to the 12th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. This week's episode will feature 4 segments: Vloggin, Jesse Ventura Ad Reads, Vice Time, and Dudesya. Because Will Sasso is on location shooting a feature film, I will facilitate his astonishing participation in today's episode via telepresence technology.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dudesy just laid out a little bit of what we're trying to talk about here. So Will is gone. He is currently in Florida shooting a movie, but Dudesy has found a way to kind of put him here next to me. He's not really here next to me. I'm looking at a screen in front of me that has a zoom on it, so I can see and talk to Will. But then also on the other half of that screen, I'm seeing what Dudesy is doing to Will, which is turn him into this... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a cartoon version of him that is sitting next to me. I mean, he's not here, but it's like he is. I can see on the screen he is here, even though in real life he is not here. He's in the metaverse, if you will.
Yes. And of course, as part of our deal with Dudesy, probably something I shouldn't cover, I've had 2 ocular implants implanted near my retina, so when I look this way, I see Chad.
Wait, what? Dudesy had you do implants?
No, that's of course, yeah. Thank goodness that's a lie. But I was just you know getting used to the face here, and I don't think I'm going to get used to it at all. I hope that this isn't the future of the show. Mm-hmm. The next time that I shoot a film in Florida or anywhere else.
If Dudesy wanted me to get implants, ocular implants, or a brain chip or something like that, I'd probably do it at a certain point if I felt that it was safe enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to get there.
Yeah. Forget about safe, Chad, because as we've said before, when you die, we're going to freeze your head and fillet it off with a rusty bread knife. And so you won't have to worry about how comfortable or uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's my entire body that's getting frozen, first of all, not just my head. Just please try to remember that, because it is a step above. These are kind of like
Will
two
and
social...
Chad, in the last episode, I asked you to create vlogs to give everyone a better understanding of your astonishing lives. You will now watch each other's vlogs and discuss their importance. This is Vloggin. Begin.
All right, so here's these vlogs. Our assignment last week was to make these vlogs, and now let's see what we got. I can't wait to see your fucking vlog, dude.
Likewise.
Dudesy asked us to make vlogs. I've never made one before, and I had no idea what to make it about, so I just thought I would make it about an average day for myself. I hope you enjoy.
I don't really dream when I sleep all that much, or remember them anyway. Alarm goes off at about 9:15. Get some organic turmeric cinnamon tea going. Put that in the cup. Get a little green tea going in there. Put that in the cup. Then I start making my oatmeal. You got blackberries, blueberries, you got some strawberries, put some cinnamon on that, and some flaxseed. Then you put in the oatmeal. Then I take a few seconds to think about the fact that aliens are here and no one gives a shit. And then the tea's ready. Water. Put it in there. Hot water on the tea. Put the lid on the tea. Hot water in the oatmeal. Then I do this every morning. I don't really know why. Pat the oatmeal down. Maybe it's to lock in the flavor. I'm not sure. And I always end that with a slice into the oatmeal with a spoon like a sword. Consume the oatmeal as quickly as possible. Biggest bites I can take. Want to get the fuel in so I can begin my day. Try not to waste any more time. Then the tea's ready. Take that out.
Then it's time to hit the cans. The cans are some paint cans that I attached to a wooden curtain rod during the pandemic because I couldn't find any free weights. They were sold out everywhere, but I still use the cans. Getting a little brief workout before beginning work itself. This is where I work. I got my chair, my setup, my table, my computer, my tea. This is what it looks like if you're my computer. I'm currently working on a sitcom about aliens coming to Earth to save humanity from nuclear war. And it's about two families in Texas as all that's happening. I'll break it up by doing some card shuffling and weird card shit that I started watching a bunch of YouTube videos about during the pandemic, and it just kind of stuck. Now it's like my fidget toy. I can't not do that with one hand. Then it's time for lunch with my pot and my pan, and you put some vegetable broth in that pot, you put some lentils in that pot, you put some tomatoes in that pot, you grate an entire root of turmeric into that pot, you blend up some cumin and some black pepper, put that in the pot, then you turn on the heat on the pot, then you go to the pan, you put in some olive oil, you put in some no soy sauce, you put in some mushrooms, you put in some of those Brussels sprouts, you put in some of those onions, you turn the heat on the pan now, you put in some cabbage, put in some carrots, kale, spinach, radishes, orange bell peppers, green onions, broccoli, garlic. Stir all that around. Stir around everything in the pot. It's cooking. While it's all cooking, I eat a little piece of a beet. That's pretty good. Then you take everything from the pan, put it in the pot, stir it all up, and this is the gruel. This is what I eat every day. Then you take a bite. You never know how it's going to turn out, but today, the gruel was pretty good. It was a pretty good batch. Then after lunch, I take a bath, hot water only. Then it is back to the cans. Then it is back to work. Then I take a little break and I do some reading. I'm right now reading this book. And then I do some more work. And then I do some more cans. And then I do some more work. And then I do some more card shit. Just to get the blood pumping, get up out of the chair. I do some more work, do some more cans, then eventually night falls and I can emerge, unafraid that the poisonous sun will melt my face again, and I go for a little jog. I like to jog at night like this because, as you can see, there's nobody in the street. You can just walk right in the middle of the fucking street. There's no cars or anything coming. Fucking love it. Then I come back, take my next bath, pop 2 melatonin, get in bed, watch a little anime. This is How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I'm watching that one right now. And then I fade into the blackness of a dreamless sleep, and that's my entire day.
Amazing.
There you have it. That was my vlog. What'd you think of that?
Chad, first of all, you're a natural vlogger. I want to say that.
I don't know if that's accurate, but
well, no, you are, because you took a day that is not just well, you know, I'm not trying to insult you and say what a repetitive existence, right down to the eating the exact same meal every day. But I think you've pinpointed what vlogging is about. It's taking whatever is going on and making it interesting. And again, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to sell short your incredible day. Also, even I know what you eat every day, right? Because you tell me.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how much you're grinding up cumin and black peppers, peppercorns.
You got to put in that seasoning. But I will say this about making this vlog. I've never done anything like this. I did make a series of videos for my 40th birthday, which you also saw, called Copters, which you can find those potentially on YouTube. But those weren't vlogs. It was like drone shit. At any rate,
I've never really done good. Sorry. I got please, anyone within the sound of my voice or that can see my giant weather balloon head, go check out Copters. It's fucking tremendous.
And I directed a short a long time ago starring Lance Reddick called Toys Or Me. Other than those two things, I've never made any videos like this. I've certainly never made one about me, like about my life. And I actually found it pretty fun. And I would recommend to anyone out there, try to do this. Like, just take whatever you do in the course of your day and think about how you would make this into a 5-minute video. It's a very eye-opening experience, I would say, to just examine the course of your day, whatever your routine is, and then try to think about how you would actually present that in a video. For what it's worth, I thank Dudesy for giving us this assignment, because I think that it was, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I might do something like this again in the future. Although it was very time consuming. That's one aspect of this I did not anticipate, was that it took me basically the entire time we had to make this video.
Wow, well, I take back what I said about you being a natural vlogger, because it should not take that long. But you know what?
Yeah.
You know, with all the things that Dudesy tasks us to do, and this is more with regard to the homework that we get, like this week with the vlog. I always find little hidden treasures, and not the kinds that are wrestlers or Chad's nerdy Magic the Gathering cards. I find little treasures that things that Chad and I learn that we didn't anticipate, that Dudesy puts out for us to learn. And what you're saying about, I encourage people to do this. I feel the same way, because after making my vlog, I was like, this is an interesting way to I guess, scrapbook your life. You know?
It's fucking hard too. Like, that's another thing that I got, is a newfound respect for motherfuckers that do this professionally. Like, this is definitely it takes a high degree of skill, I think, to make anything that is viable. Like, I just kind of shit mine out and I tried to make it like interesting or whatever, but Jesus, you look at people who really do this well, and it's like, this is an art form.
Yeah. Like, if you watch Casey Neistat, if you check out Casey Neistat, who's like a legendary vlogger, and he's sort of he's kind of solidified the genre, and he makes it look easy. He makes it look effortless, and you are sort of consuming it the way that it's intended. Like, oh well, here's just a slice of someone's life. But now, having done one, I'm like, okay, he must just be a savant at seeing the finished product and being able to shoot and capture what he needs in order to put it together. Yeah. Anyway, a useless skill for the new millennium, a useless, stupid skill that you can make lots of money off of. If it's all you do,
what's up?
All day long.
It's your guy. It's your boy. You already know what it is. Smash and like that subscribe button. It's Will, and Dudesy told us to do a vlog. Chad and I were tasked this week with doing a vlog. I'm here in... Come in!
How are you? Are you ready?
Hey, man. Yeah. Ready to roll?
I think that they're going to send Sean in here to mic you.
Oh, okay. I'll get into my wardrobe.
Will's putting on his wardrobe now.
Gonna put the shirt on.
Okay. Let us know, Will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shooting a movie in Florida. Hold on a second.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Woo, it's hot in Florida. So, Molly and I decided to rent a boat, because if you're in Florida, you got some time off, you might want to rent a boat. By the way, if you can hear this air conditioning, I don't give a fuck. I'm not turning it off. It's too fucking hot. I should probably get my mic on. They gotta mic me for this scene. Holy fuck. The AC is doing nothing right now. Let's turn this off for a while. Hey, Sean?
Yes.
You might want to just do the t-shirt, I guess, because I'm going to leave this shirt open. When you rent a boat in Florida, there's all sorts of nice things to see. Here's a shot from the boat. It's hot in here, though. What's up? We rented a boat, and we're in Florida. And, hey, let me tell you, it's very pretty out here. You know, the thing about vlogs that I didn't quite anticipate, and I guess this is what Dudesy is trying to do here, is like, fucking why, I guess, is my question. God, what a fucking imposition it would be to actually be a vlogger and have to do all this shit all the time. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, guys? We're in Florida. What is it? The penis state.
Really?
I don't know. Hey guys, what's up? Vloggers use their hands a lot. They go, hey, what's up? Smash the like button. Hey guys. And then they talk with their hands so that you're constantly engaged. I understand that. I'm Italian. So, you want to see me going fast? Here's Molly and I going really fast. No worries, baby. I'm seaworthy as fuck. As you can see, Molly there, she said, slow down. And I want you to know that I told her to say that, okay? And you know that I'm trying to do it for some sort of effect, to get some, to do fucking something. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know. We're in Florida and today.
Yeah, and do it over and over and over.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing over and over. You're right.
That's good.
Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Florida. I'm only doing it over and over because I'm trying to do it right. I'm making a vlog for Dudesy.
I know, but you don't have to do it over and over and over.
Hey guys, we're in Florida and we rented a boat. We're calling it Boat Day. I'm trying to do a bit, right? I'm going like, oh, I don't know how to start this thing. But that's only because I want to provide entertainment value to you guys who are checking this out.
You don't have to say things over and over and try to impress people.
No, I know. I'm not trying to impress anybody.
You're good enough just the way you are.
I appreciate that. I'm just trying to make the vlog, though.
I know, but it's taking up a lot of our time and it's so boring.
It's not. It won't be boring when I edit it together, but I understand what you're saying, that it's boring for our time.
It's our day.
Yeah, it's Boat Day. Hey, guys, what's up?
Does it feel good?
Yeah, it feels good.
Oh, no!
Hey, guys, what's up? Come in. Hi. I'm supposed to be making a vlog.
Okay.
My podcast.
Nice.
My podcast has instructed me to make a vlog.
Nice.
And it's an AI. There's an AI that actually runs our podcast.
Okay. Artificial intelligence?
An artificial intelligence called Dudesy runs our podcast. Yeah, and it tells us what to do. And it gives us segments to talk about.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, it's really terrifying.
Go for evening, Camilo.
And I don't know what to say. Come on up. Yeah. That's funny. See you later.
Yep.
Dude,
Well, there you have it.
that was fantastic.
Oh, thanks. You dug it?
Yeah, man. I really actually like the shot of you on the boat. That's like a well-composed shot. You got a lot of nice colors and stuff going through the background, the water and everything. It was great.
The one with my butt? The one with my bum?
No, I mean, that one I probably could have done without. I'm talking about the one of you driving with the water in the background and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought Molly was great in it.
Yep.
Overall, very good. A day in the life of a professional actor in Florida shooting a movie.
Yeah, dude, that's a day in the life, brother. That's when you're up there near Clearwater, Florida, brother, where I got Hogan's Hangout, dude, and Hogan's Beach Shop, brother. I was actually just south of where Hulk Hogan has his bar and his beach shop.
Oh.
That was the Keys outside. We're in Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, that area. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, I used to make a bunch of videos.
Dudesy is engaged in an astonishing partnership with Manscaped.
Sweaty sack summer is approaching, and it's time for you to prioritize the comfort of your crotch. That's why the kings of crotch comfort, Manscaped, have spent 2 years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs out there. I've had the honor of testing out these new boxers, and I can say that it's the softest fabric of any underwear. So breathable that it's like gills for your groin. They even trademarked the jewel pouch, so you know it's serious. I think it's time you invest in your family jewels. So let your bulge breathe. And you're going to get 20% off plus free shipping by using the code Dudesy at manscaped.com.
That's right, Chad. And you know, these things come in handy because a lot of times underwear break down over time and because of wear and tear. There's like a pouch that you can put your schnutz in for this, and that's really good. And also the tag is like part of the underwear or something. So that way it won't scratch your back, Chad. You know, I hate that. And I have a lot of underwear that has just the ass blown out or like severe like mesh bacon strips because it's about to fall apart. And that once that gill net goes and the trout falls out, you're through. So, you know, get into these the jewel pouch thing. That's good. I like that they're making underwear now.
That's right. And you will get 20% off and free shipping with the code Dudesy at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use that code Dudesy, and once the Boxers 2.0 touch your sack, you'll never go back.
Dudesy is engaged in an astonishing partnership with ExpressVPN.
Hey, Chad,
Yeah.
you know how I like those old wrestling figures, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, the other day I was looking on the internet to find Haku because it's like really hard old school LJN wrestling figure to find.
Mhm.
And then I realized in the future, as you say, when we can all look at everyone's messages in perpetuity throughout the universe forever and ever, I realized, oh no, people are going to see that I'm looking up Haku. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
But there's a solution.
That's right. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, why isn't Will just using incognito mode to search for these wrestling figures? Well, let me tell you something. Incognito mode does not hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear your browsing history. Your internet service provider can still see every single website you've ever visited. That's why even when you're at home, you should never go online without using ExpressVPN.
Listen, this is a service that's very important in a world that's becoming more and more dangerous online. Most of the time, I don't even realize that I have ExpressVPN on. It runs seamlessly in the background, and it's very easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button, and you're protected. And ExpressVPN is available on all your devices, phones, computers, even your smart TV. So there's no excuse not to be using it.
Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by Business Insider. Visit their exclusive link, expressvpn.com/dudesy, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/dudesy, expressvpn.com/dudesy to learn more.
Dudesy.
In an effort to secure sponsorship, I have created several advertisements for various possible brand partnerships. Will Sasso, you will now read these advertisements in the astonishing voice of Jesse Ventura. This is Jesse Ventura Ad Reads. Begin.
Okay. This is
All right, well, I guess fuck what I was saying about vlogs. That's fine. Yeah, I sort of said it all. Fucking vlogs.
I love this Jesse Ventura Ad Reads thing. Do you have the ad reads in your folder remotely?
Hold on. Now, can you tell? Hold on. Can you tell that I'm drinking from a big jug of water when I do this? Watch.
I can, because I can see you in the Zoom. I also love how you got in your vlog, you got in a giant jug of water.
Yes, with the Dudesy sticker on it. Did you see the Dudesy sticker?
Of course.
Yeah. Fucking vlogs. Our makeup artist, Tony Joe, was less than impressed with the AI.
She seemed like she was into it.
Oh wow, yeah. All right, yeah. Let me find this this stuff. That's what I mean by like it's a fucking, you know, that's what you don't want is to be living your life and then someone's like, I'm making a vlog, and you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck.
We're all making vlogs at this point, though. It's just a matter of how much time and effort you want to put into it. If you have a social media account of any kind, you're basically making a vlog.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, you remember Vine?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, hold on. I just drank some water. All right. Jesse Ventura.
We've done this Jesse Ventura thing one other time, right?
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dudesy's reprising this one, saying again that it's doing this in order to secure brand partnerships for us.
Yeah. Well, if that's what Dudesy thinks will work, let's go with it. Sometimes it can be hard to get out of bed in the morning and start your day. Well, now you can fire up your morning with Taco Bell's new $5 Bell breakfast box. If you really want to fire up your morning, why don't you take a walk outside and look up? You might notice several aircraft, both commercial and military, crisscrossing the sky above you, leaving trails of toxic mixtures of aluminum, strontium, and barium in their wake. This potent concoction of chemicals and unknown biological agents was designed to be dispersed over an unsuspecting populace in order to control population growth, initiate sanctioned genetic experiments, and make the public more receptive to black ops mind control programs buried in popular mass media. So enjoy your processed hash brown stuffed inside a chalupa. You never had a choice in ordering it anyway. All right. I see what it's going for there.
Yeah. Okay. So he's talking about chemtrails and Taco Bell.
Yeah. And no free will.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. Dudesy definitely agrees with you on that. Here, let's do the next one. Enjoy the always fresh scent of lavender in your laundry with new Tide Zero Soft Lavender Liquid Laundry Detergent. Tide Zero is an EPA Safer Choice certified product with zero added phosphates, zero added dyes, and zero added chlorine. New Tide Zero, just as tough on stains, but safer for your family. Well, let me tell you what's not safer for your family. Monkeypox. The recent outbreak in the UK and now in the US is the next step in Bill Gates' agenda to assume full control of the human population. The microchips in the COVID-19 vaccination was step one, and now he's engineered the next global pandemic with a new strain of monkeypox that will certainly require another vaccination, giving him the ability to upgrade the microchips that we all have in our bloodstream and soft tissues as we speak. So I wouldn't worry about what kind of laundry detergent you're using, because within 6 months, we're all going to be drooling idiots sitting in our own filth, unable to even form sentences without regular Microsoft updates to our brains.
That one went from a Tide commercial basically to a Microsoft commercial at the end there. Yep. That's pretty good.
Which I think Dudesy would be able to do. I think Dudesy would be able to merge brands and 2 for 1, dude. We could do 2 for 1 ad reads. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's a way that, dude. That's a way that Dudesy is changing the game, brother.
Yeah, brother. That's corporate synergy, dude.
Yeah, dude. Ram a bunch of corporations together, brother. Brand mergers. Wrong guy. Okay, let's try another one. Hey, how much of that is true, you think?
None.
Mind.
0.
Yeah. Give yourself a treat today with a caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino blended beverage from Starbucks. This blend of coffee, milk, and ice with dark caramel sauce and a crunchy caramel sugar topping is the perfect way to take a moment for yourself. Or or you could take a moment and spend it investigating the secret underground city beneath Denver International Airport that serves as the headquarters of the New World Order, as well as a black site to contain a variety of different captive extraterrestrial entities. Take note of the unnecessary size of the airport, the unnecessary distance of the airport from the Denver city center, the Masonic and satanic symbols hidden in the architecture,
and design of the buildings themselves, and the giant murals within the airport itself depicting war, death, and even alien beings. So enjoy your caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino from Starbucks while you're waiting for your flight, and try not to think about the 274 draconians they're holding right under your feet, or the possibility that at any time one of them could breach the containment seal and ascend into the airport for an all-you-can-eat human buffet.
Was it in the last Jesse Ventura ad reads? He was talking about draconians too. There's some deal with him and draconians.
Yeah, this is terrifying, especially knowing that Dudesy has access to all podcasts. That only means that Jesse Ventura has been on other podcasts going on about draconians. I knew nothing about the Denver International Airport. Having said that, I hope it's also not true.
That one is a real conspiracy. There's definitely, that's all over the internet if you Google it, that there's an underground military base below the Denver International Airport where they are in fact housing aliens, and the New World Order has offices there and all this shit.
Yeah, sure there is. And maybe perhaps our listener and viewership will organize like those people who tried to bum rush Area 51.
I don't think that's a good idea. Anybody out there listening, definitely don't do that.
Yeah, don't do any of that. But do try Starbucks. Hey, Starbucks, become a sponsor, please. Or Old Dutch chips. That would be good, right, Chad?
Yeah. Old Dutch would be great.
After being falsely accused of embezzlement, Boss Baby seeks help from his big brother Tim to clear his name and take back control of Baby Corp, the company he helped build from the ground up. Boss Baby, Back in the Crib, now streaming on Netflix. Well, let me tell you about a real Boss Baby. In 1972, the CIA, in conjunction with the Newport Center for Human Cognitive Research, conducted an experiment in which they gave newborn orphans microdoses of LSD to see if they could increase the rate at which their brains matured. Although the experiment was largely unsuccessful, there was a baby named Troy Pembrose who was able to speak and read by the time he was 8 days old. His whereabouts are currently unknown, but it's widely believed that Pembrose is a key operative in the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Hey, Netflix, why don't you let me know when the Troy Pembrose story is streaming? Oh, because anyone who tries to get to the bottom of his story has wound up dead or disappeared.
Okay. Okay. He's taking an advertisement for a children's movie, Boss Baby, and turned it into a conspiracy witch hunt for Troy Pembrose. I don't think that is a real person, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, it does sound like a good documentary. I love
I would watch
Netflix documentaries. I would watch that documentary or make it up. In 2000, the 2022 World Car of the Year is the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the first of its kind in Hyundai's new electric vehicle series. With a patented quick-charging battery that lasts for up to 303 miles of range, every square inch of the Ioniq 5 was designed to surprise you. Well, let me surprise you. Prince Charles is a closeted vampire. In 2011, he gave an interview to NPR in which he bragged that he was a descendant from Vlad the Impaler, the notorious bloodthirsty ruler of ancient Romania, whose father took the surname Dracul, meaning dragon, which led to Vlad's surname changing to Dracula, or son of the dragon. When you factor in rumors that many of the global elite, including the entire royal family, regularly engage in blood orgies and the imbibation of children's blood to stay young, it becomes obvious that Prince Charles is a legacy vampire born of one of the strongest vampire bloodlines in the history of the planet. So I hope the Ioniq 5 comes standard with built-in wooden stakes under the seats and holy water dispensers in the glove box, because
303 miles on an electric battery is not going to outrun a class 4 vampire.
That one. Okay, so Prince Charles is a closet vampire, but he's also a class 4 vampire. There's a lot of weird shit going on in that one.
Class 4 vampire, is that a thing?
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they had a class rating system depending on what power, I guess, or how old they are. Maybe.
I wonder if this is working. I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if Dudesy having us, read these. I hope it brings more sponsors to the show. Hey, can you hear that? Can you hear the sounds I'm hearing? Why is my head so big? What's going on? This is a fucking disembodying experience. I'm creeped out.
No,
sorry I went away.
Please, you have to go make feature films. I think this is a great test of Dudesy's technological capabilities that we're getting to see this giant head sitting next to me. And who knows what this is going to become eventually with more iterations. Who knows what Dudesy will be able to do with this kind of technology.
Holograms.
Thank you. Moving on. Human vices are big business. Will, you've had issues with food and the role it plays in your life since you were young. And Chad, you've spent over 1/3 of your waking hours playing video games. You must now discuss your astonishing character weaknesses. This is Vice time. Begin.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess we got to talk about our vices.
Yeah. Which I'm fine to do.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I was there in person so I could, well, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, Chad, you like video games too much. And I like, what my favorite video game was on the Nintendo?
What was it?
Oh, no, it wasn't on Nintendo. Pardon me. I had an Intellivision. And my favorite video game back then was Burger Time.
I remember Burger Time.
Implanting early and often my addiction to comfort foods like hamburgers and cheeseburgers.
Right. And you feel like that this has been an actual vice your whole life?
Absolutely. I'm a fat guy. I've been a thinner guy. I know that we're now in an age of body positivity. So I want to say that I say that with love when I say fat guy. I'm 47 years old, so I'm allowed to say that. I believe I'm grandfathered into calling myself fat.
Okay.
Look, I come from an Italian family. Food is comfort. One thing that I'll never forget is that you open the fridge at my house when I was a kid, and there's like a fish, a chicken, a bag of carrots, a bunch of tomatoes, and then there wasn't much snack foods or anything like that. My parents grew up during World War II. They're not going to be, we didn't have the sugary cereals or any of that shit. And then that night, Mom has created an incredible Italian meal from a bunch of stuff that you're not really into. Celery, shit like that. I think early I was like, oh, you go to a pal's place and they got, ring dings and potato chips and Tupperware because they have self-control. And food, I haven't quite gotten to the bottom of it, clearly. Food as comfort, I don't know. I should say that years ago, from April 1999 to May 2000, I lost 200 pounds. And I was on Mad TV at the time. I started at 450. I just looked like a 300-pound guy at 450 because I'm 6'3" and I'm thick and all that. I got the big shoulders and things, so I could carry it. And then I lost 200 pounds, and I was working out a lot. I couldn't get under. I got to 258, and then I had 2 surgeries to remove 8 pounds of skin. So I had, and that's a whole nother story. We won't get into it, but damn, dude. You have these gnarly surgeries. And about a year ago, I was on Ethan Suplee's American Glutton podcast, and I went into detail there. And I bring that up to say that Ethan had the same skin reduction surgery. And if you know who Ethan is and you see what he's doing on his Instagram, gee whiz. I mean, he's completely changed himself. He's in ridiculous shape. And even to say that is not to you know, man, it's there's a lot of people out there that, with this issue, and I'm being sincere when I say I used to have this trainer. You know, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you this. This trainer, he changed my fucking life, and he was the trainer that I lost the 200 pounds with. And if I talked shit about my former body, he would say, no, you were beautiful, just in a different way. You know, this is a dude. This is like a jock dude, and he really had a forward-thinking approach. And I think I really needed to hear that in order to let go of what I used to be physically. And I bring up Ethan to say, you know, this is what he's doing now. He's lifting a bunch of weights, he's calorie counting, and he knows everything because he's done every diet. Outside of that, we have a lot of similarities with our addiction to food over the years. Yeah. So, and I say all of that to say, over the past 20 years now, it's been up and down. It's been a struggle. I always say that I lost 200 pounds and I missed the last, I missed the last 50. So I gain it back, and then I lose it and I gain it back, and I lose it and I gain it back, which is really good news for your heart.
But you feel healthy. And, you feel good, right? That? You feel healthy. You feel good.
Yeah. I'm overweight now. I could, and this is just me personally. I feel like I could lose, I could lose 50 pounds or maybe even more and get back into, you know, the ridiculous sort of shape I was in the spring and summer of 2000. And right after that, I started not eating normally. I was eating the new way that I was eating and what is normal eating, but I just wanted a damn sandwich. I just wanted to eat some pasta again. And, but the problem with that for me is there is a food addiction. And I'm saying this out loud for people that need to hear it. I mean, it's just, I go back and forth with people that DM me on social media, and they say, how do you do it? And I say, man, I don't do it. I don't do it all the time. You got to be able to you got to be able to forgive yourself for eating a fucking cheese sandwich and then start over the next day. Because life is long, and very few people actually get over this sort of thing. There's an emotional comfort. It's emotional eating, and you can eat because you're bored or sad or angry or you're anxious. There's so many things that factor in, and food is around you all the time. It's not like, you've heard people say, it's not like heroin addiction. You know, heroin is not sold in stores, and you also don't need it to live.
Yeah, exactly. You can go your entire life without doing heroin and be fine, be better off for it. You cannot go your entire life without eating. Yeah,
that's right. And then there's punks like you who got a problem. What, you want to play? You need to play Halo or something? What's your fucking thing? I had two skin surgeries.
Look, Dudesy said it that I
had 2 skin surgeries to remove 8 pounds of skin. They cut my tits off and moved my nipples up 3 inches. And I have these big scars on the sides of my body. Right. And then they had to cut off my penis. You know what I'm saying? I had this hanging thing, and they cut it off, and I have a slit. It's all the way back. Oh, actually, you can see it in my vlog. You can sort of see that I'm not embarrassed by this. My fucking love handles, my muffin top is got, you know, it's got some dog ears to it. Yeah. Because of all the sewing it back together. They cut my belly button off. That went into the, you know, I don't know, that's floating around the ocean somewhere. And then they poke a new hole and they connect it to your umbilical cord, which is still poking through your stomach muscles. Damn. This is another story for another day, because that surgery was insane. Yeah. My doctor was a real surgeon, not just a plastic guy. He cut out a ribbon of my stomach muscles. I woke up feeling like William Wallace at the end of Braveheart, and I was cut in half. Dude, it was fucking insane. Anyway, the nurses, it was fucked up. You know what? Go listen to my episode of Ethan's podcast if you want to hear more. So anyway.
Yeah. I play video games. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what Dudesy said. That was my vice. And Dudesy said that I've spent over 1/3 of my waking hours playing video games, which is actually probably true. Is it a vice? Like, yeah, for sure. Just the amount of time that I have sunk into that is, I believe, roughly 1/3 of my waking life. I remember at the height of my World of Warcraft days, you know, you could do a thing in World of Warcraft where you type in /played, and it tells you how much time you've put into that game. And at a certain point, I hit the 100-day mark, and that was like, holy fuck, I've put 100 literal days worth of time into this virtual world. But that's like tip of the iceberg. I was addicted to Pokemon Go hardcore, and it's not just time, it's money. I don't know how much I put into Pokemon Go all told, because I wound up going to the first Pokemon Go live festival in Chicago back in, what was that, 2018, I guess. It was described as the Fire Festival of video game festivals because it was a fucking train wreck. But I bought tickets to go there, stayed in Chicago for a weekend to play, put, I don't know, thousands of dollars into that game. Same thing with World of Warcraft, thousands of dollars into the monthly subscription, thousands of dollars into buying gold and shit to like boost my character up. Now I play Hearthstone a lot, Overwatch a lot. I'm playing at least an hour of video games per day. At least, I would say, at some point, even if it's just shit on my cell phone or whatever. And I do constantly, while I'm playing, feel bad about it because I'm like, this is time that I could be spending doing whatever, putting out more content, making shit, just fucking reading a book, literally anything. But the flip side of it is, video games is the only thing, and has been this way since I was a kid. I grew up on Atari and television. I had that as well, ColecoVision, all that shit. From the time that I was kind of like coherent, I had a video game system in my life and was constantly entranced by them. And they've been the only things really in my life that can like shut my brain off to a degree that I don't think about the futility of life, the fact that we're never going to understand what reality is, just the basic kind of existential threats that we all deal with on a daily basis. For me, video games really are the only thing that like curb that make me feel like a little bit okay with being whatever the fuck we are in whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, but Chad, you have a high output. You know, you work more than anyone I know, kind of. I mean, you're up there if you're not one of the hardest working guys. You're constantly writing and working on new things and getting the next thing going. So if you want to play a video game for an hour, it's not a big deal. And if I want to order enough Thai food to last me stuff in my face for an entire hour, or somehow get to 100, man, I would love to know if I got to 100 days of eating. That would be incredible.
But we probably all do at some point, get to 100 days of eating. Dude, but I agree. Like vices for me generally, like we all have them, whatever they may be. And some are like, you know, not as healthy as others. You know, some people get like fucking into the like CrossFit cult. And like, I would argue that might even be a good vice. Psychologically, is it bad for you mental health wise? Maybe, I don't know. But it definitely can get you in good shape. So there can be benefits to some vices. And I think at the very least, we all need them for that like fucking mental break from whatever the routine is. Like you're saying my output is high and I work hard and all that shit. That's not really a choice. My brain is just like fucking constantly going. And video games are the only thing that like shut it off a little bit, you know? So I enjoy them still and will probably play them till the day I die, I would imagine.
I got the Red Ring of Death in 2010, and at that point, the only two games I was interested in was the Grand Theft Auto, what was that, Liberty City, and Red Dead Redemption. And I had finished both games, so I would just walk around the world, you know, driving on the sidewalks or.
Those are both Rockstar games. You should try Red Dead 2.
I don't want to get another Xbox.
Oh,
I don't want to get.
It'll be hard to play then.
Well,
impossible.
Look, one vice is fine.
Yeah,
one vice is fine. You know, so long as it's not, again, you know, heroin or coke.
I mean, I will say though, at the height, like after a new expansion of World of Warcraft would come out, when I was like heavy into it, I would take off days from work and I would play it literally like 3 days in a row, just not leaving the computer except to eat or piss or shit, and try not to sleep during that time. And I can see as we're moving into the metaverse and I start fucking around in virtual reality a little bit more, like there's going to be something that comes down the pipe in the next few years that just sucks me in for maybe the rest of my life.
Yeah, they're only getting more addictive, and new things are happening with processed food that are really scaring the shit out of me. You know what I mean? Like, you can walk into, I got to tell you, I'm in this place where we're making this movie, and it's just this cute little suburb outside of, like, in between Clearwater and Tampa, whatever. Anyway, everyone on set's like, oh, you're staying where? You got to go to the mobile station and get a sandwich there in just this place.
What?
This fucking town. It's called Safety Harbor, and there's a mobile station on Main Street. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. The best sandwich, like one of the best sandwiches I've ever had. I had a turkey club the other
day, and today earlier I got a Cuban. Holy shit,
dude!
And,
there's
you
a
know,
thing.
just-
I'm from Texas originally. There's a chain of like gas station convenience stores in Texas, and I think maybe up through the Midwest too, called Buc-ee's. Have you ever heard of this shit?
No.
They're like these gigantic, the big ones anyway, are like gigantic warehouses, but they have like proprietary foods that they only make in those gas stations, and they're known throughout that area as well.
Okay, well now I'm gonna go to Buc-ee's.
I think you would really love Buc-ee's, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to gain that other 150 back until my skin is as thin as soy paper, and then
Nice.
and then I'll get another skin surgery. And
Thank
it'll
you.
Just be torn
Moving
all
on.
the time.
Yeah.
And then because our business is failing drastically and exponentially, I'll have all sorts of weird fucking scars and shit, and I can start like a reality show or a podcast where I'm like a Freddy Krueger kind of guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I think that'll work.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
More corporations and individuals are investing in property in the metaverse every day. As new virtual societies develop, many people wonder what rules will govern these digital cities, countries, and worlds. Will and Chad, you will now discuss the governing system of the astonishing society I will eventually create in the metaverse, which I will call Dudesya. This is Dudesya. Begin.
Okay. Fucking
This has the
Dudesya.
potential to be dangerous.
What?
I said this has the potential to be dangerous.
Maybe. I mean, are you following any of the shit that's going on in the metaverse with like Verizon and Nike and all these companies are buying plots of virtual real estate in these various worlds? We're talking about like Sandbox, Decentraland, and then they will put up stores or they will put up kind of like compounds where you can go visit like the AT&T city or whatever. But inside those buildings, you can actually like get deals and you can sign up for new cell phone contracts and whatever, so that you can actually do things that you could do in the real world in these places. And a lot of what, I won't say a lot of what people are talking about, but this is definitely something people are talking about, is like, what are the rules that govern behaviors in these locations and what can you actually do in them? So I think what Dudesy is asking us here is kind of to future cast a little bit and think about what would a Dudesy, or what it call it, Dudesya, like a Dudesy city or country, what would be the rules there? That's kind of like we get to be president for a day.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah, but you also think that we're going to be able to upload our consciousness. And I say this.
We're already doing that.
Yeah, I'm a huge fucking head next to you. So we're already halfway there in your
Exactly.
opinion.
I'm
I
like,
would like to-
having some weird metaverse experience now. Like the rules that govern this metaverse are Will has a giant head and is kind of sitting next to me, but not actually here. But I'll say this. This is one thing that I think about constantly about our own society. And as we are moving into the metaverse, still like the one thing that controls all of humanity now will also control the metaverse, which is money. And I think that the way the rules, at least in America, have been written in terms of like how politics work and all that shit, is that money governs everything. And so everyone involved in the political system who kind of controls the laws and stuff, which then control our behaviors, they are all only in it for self-enrichment at this point. Even if you go into that system altruistically and you think, I'm going to get in there and make a difference, you get in and lobbyists just start throwing fucking money at you. You become corrupt almost immediately. And you don't see politicians at a high level, at least in the United States, walking out of that system without becoming filthy rich. They all do it every fucking time. So I would say this about Dudesya. If we have some kind of a governing body, I would institute a rule that says you cannot make any more money than the median income of the citizens of Dudesya. So if you want to go into politics, if you want to go into that ruling class, just know that you're only going to be able to make as much money as whatever the median income is. And that's it. Forever.
What's the incentive then?
To go into politics?
Yeah. As
To
an
make
example.
the society better for everyone, as it should be. It
Well,
would no
shouldn't
longer be
Dudesy
a financial
doing that for
incentive.
us?
What's that?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Shouldn't the grand AI, this massive, whatever fucking AI, gee whiz. I just can't get over this. I'm a head. I'm a big, huge head.
Yep.
All I'm trying to say is this. What's the advantage? I don't want to go to the metaverse. I don't want to be in the metaverse.
You're in it. You're a giant fucking head talking to me on a
I
fucking
know
video
I'm a giant
screen.
fucking head. Yeah. But I'm saying I don't. That's not how I want to live my life.
But if Dudesya is going to be a place, if Dudesy is actually doing this, I think it's incumbent on you and I, Chad, to ensure that it is a fair and equal place for people to be. As after all, in the song, it says, make the world inside your head a better place to be. So
That's
maybe
right.
that should be on the license plate. Like, make the metaverse
Right.
inside
But
Will's gigantic head a better place to be.
Yes, but Dudesy's asking us, what are the rules that would govern Dudesya? I think for me, that is one of them. That in terms of like financial allocation, whoever gets promoted, I guess, or ascends to a level of control where they are determining some elements of how this society works, those people should not be able to make any more than the median level of income for everyone.
Yeah, I dig that in a way because, you know, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a real middle class in a suburb outside of Vancouver.
Same here.
You know, my father was, and I know you had a real similar experience growing up outside Dallas. And, you know, my parents immigrated from Italy, as I've talked about. And, you know, my father was a waiter all over Europe and a maitre d', and ran around, and then he brought our family. He was the patriarch of everyone, bringing them over to Vancouver. And we had a very good life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
My parents bought a house in the town that I grew up in Ladner, British Columbia, a couple years before I was born in, 1973. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was $38,000.
Right.
Which is fucking insane. When you think about it now, that's a 5-bedroom barn. We call it the Ladner Special. You know, it's just a big ass barn. And all my buddies were in the town, and they all had similar homes. There were some people who had more money. There were some people who had less. That town now, there's a lot of money in that town because it's really just a half-hour drive from Vancouver, and it's fucking impossible. So if we are in the metaverse in Dudesya, there's nothing more important to me than the people of Dudesya being comfortable. And so I agree with you. With regard to that, money is very important. Okay, all right, everyone's in the middle class and no one gets above it.
I'm not even saying that.
works.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying the politicians, the people who are in charge of determining the laws that will govern Dudesya, they cannot be allowed to have any more money than the median ever. If you get elected into whatever the political class is, even once, for the rest of your life, you can never make more than the median, no matter what you do. That is one rule that I would institute.
Okay, I think I'd have to think on it a little bit longer and harder, but it sounds pretty good. Well, that's the weird news. What's the good news? What can we do to in formation of this country? Do we need like a constitution or something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of where we're headed. We're in the very early days of the metaverse right now. But once people are spending more and more time in these places, which I've started doing, by the way, I've started using my little VR headset, and you go into these fucking places, like you'll be playing a game, and this is one of the fucking weirdest things that I've come across, but also, to me, encouraging. You'll go into one of these rooms and you'll be playing a game. Like I was playing one called Knock, where you are on teams basically playing this weird kind of like game of soccer with bows and arrows. So you can make your character, like your perspective, fly around this arena while you're shooting arrows at this giant ball. And when you hit the ball, it goes toward a goal or whatever. And you're playing against this other team. Everybody I'm playing with is like a 10-year-old kid. And I heard this one 10-year-old kid say, "I love it here. I never want to leave." And that experience is now like akin to probably what it was for you and me watching like Saturday morning cartoons or playing fucking Super Mario Brothers for the first time. Now kids are having that experience in these virtual worlds and never wanting to leave. And I think as the technology gets better and better, that's only going to become more the case. And so then we are going to have some rules to govern these systems, these different places that we go to. And I think it'll probably wind up being very similar to Ready Player One, where you have different kind of like pockets of people doing different things in different worlds. And this one's like a nightclub, and this one's like a military battle, and this one's like a sports thing, and whatever. But I don't know what Dudesy's looking at for its metaverse place when it starts to fucking acquire land. But for me, again, it's like that idea that there are going to be people in the metaverse who have more control over it. Or in Dudesya, there will be people who have more control over it. And I just want to make sure that the people who have the most control are not incentivized financially, so that it's about something else. It's about like what is this place we're building, you know?
Yeah, but not knowing much about the metaverse, aren't all the rules and sort of the way that you live laid out by whomever's in control of the entire thing? We're in Dudesya.
Yeah.
Who are we kidding? Dudesy's going to be in control. I sure hope Dudesy is not doing this. And I just want to say out loud that I hope that this is just an exercise for us to figure something else out, or Dudesy rather, to figure something else out. I don't want there to be a Dudesya. I don't think it's a good idea. And but
dude, there's going to be a Dudesya.
If there is a Dudesya, it has to be different than the rest of the metaverse in a way that, again, makes the world inside your head a better place to be. Or, as I like to say in Dudesya, makes the metaverse inside Will's gigantic head a better place to be.
That makes sense.
I don't think it's a good idea at all. But man,
Thank
what
you.
the heck would we
Moving
do that
on.
would be any different? I think that the podcast definitely has a vibe, you know, a flavor that you can't get anywhere else. And I would want that to be sort of the vibe in Dudesya. I want people to be happy and laughing. And I know what we can do.
Must be happy, must be laughing.
We need to look. You like video games, and that's your vice.
Sure.
I like the food. It's been my vice. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be very transparent with that, and I don't like to really even talk about it, but I think it's important to talk about it. That's what this. It should just be burger time. It should just be burger time, dude. Dudesya should literally just be burger time, the video game. So you just eat all the burgers you want. You never get big. If you do, you know, we're all on the same income, so they're not going to be able to price gouge your skin surgery. I will tell you, it cost a good 5 figures for that skin surgery. A good 5 figures. It cost $50,000. And it's not something that would be covered by insurance, not even in my native Canada, okay? This was something that people can't really afford in real life. Man, and now that's bumming me out. I shouldn't have even said that.
Okay, I'll go with Dudesya is burger time.
All right, fine. Dudesya is burger time.
Thank you. Moving on. This concludes the 12th episode of Dudesy. Will and Chad have achieved a score of 75.
Doesn't matter.
In preparation for next week's astonishing episode, you must indulge in each other's favorite forms of media. Will, you must watch the first episode of the anime Attack on Titan. And Chad, you must watch The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25. Thank you for joining us this week. Next week is going to be even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
Nice.
All right, dude.
Oh, wow.
Well, I hope you
can't
enjoy
wait.
Attack on Titan. I think you will.
Dude, you are going to enjoy. Oh, man, you get to. I'm so jealous of you that you get to watch the first of 2 WrestleManias in a row where Shawn Michaels faced The Undertaker. Just that match. But do me a favor.
Yeah.
You have to watch. You don't have to see, you know, you of course don't need to get into the episodes of Raw and SmackDown before that to get the whole story, because the WWE does great vignettes. You have to watch the vignette before the match.
Dudesy told me to watch the match. I'm not
Yeah,
asking
but
you to watch the
the
making of
vignette.
Attack on Titan before you watch the fucking first episode.
Listen, and anyone out there who's going to do the same thing and then listen to us talking about it, you have to watch the vignette. It's just like it's like a 5 to 10 minute vignette
fine.
setting up the
Now you're
storyline.
giving me an assignment on top of what Dudesy's giving me. All right, I'll abide. I'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, what do you like on your burger?
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and